we're watching a dying part of the industry because it's going to take off ton to get all these condos absorbed and for people to figure out how to make, before we even get to family size, maybe we should try and hit human size, because the condo sales are down 91%, which is like, I don't, that doesn't even compute that number.
That's
That's
so might as well just say
stupid,
there's
right?
all the sales that happened last year aren't happening anymore.
They're not happening anymore. And so one of the biggest pre-construction sales marketing companies, realtors, whatever you want to call them, Baker, has opened up a new division for leasing these purpose-built rentals because the demand must be there and they don't have anything else to do, right? And really,
they got the staff, good company. They know what they're doing. They're organized. They can fill some sales centers. They can fill some, people showing people the suites and saying, "Come, this will be our 1 bedroom, and this will be our 2 bedroom."
yeah.
And then there's also a 2+ den. Do you want parking?
Yeah. I met,
Yeah, listen, crush it.
I met with a guy yesterday. Was it this morning? Yesterday morning? I don't even know what day it is, TK, but I met with this guy within the last couple of days, and he was telling me that they are like 75% pre-rented on a building that is under construction, right? Which is amazing.
Seems hard to believe.
Hard to believe. And I mean, he was trying to sell me his property management
services.
So, but
I mean, so 75 cents. We're building a fourplex, and we got 3 units leased.
No, this is a big thing
already.
But you know what's crazy? And my first thought was also like, who the hell can think that far out that they want to rent a place like a year in advance? Nobody. Okay,
no.
so
at $5
throw that out the window. But the point
fishy.
is, TK,
fishy.
Is that
editor, can we put a fish going across the screen like this? Fishy, because
with TK's face on the front of the fish.
It smells like fish.
It's fishy. But what's not fishy and what is mandatory, and we talked about it before. I mean, we're watching a dying industry or part of the industry because it's going to take off fucking ton to get all these condos absorbed and for people to figure out how to make family sized, or maybe before we even get to family size, maybe we should try and hit human size. Okay.
I hope the pre-con guys and girls didn't spend all their money. And good thing is that they got a lot of checks coming up because of the way that the pre-con system works. The next few years, as buildings get completed, those guys will get paid still.
Well,
because as of right now, they're not making sales.
So to corroborate the story you told us a few weeks ago, this guy said another building downtown where a lot of the people just couldn't close are now going into the rental pool on behalf of the developers because
the developers can
sell
fund
them,
that.
and they don't want to. Well, and they don't want to. One, they can fund it, but they don't want to fuck up.
The units are going into the rental pool, but the investors, those buyers, they lose their deposits and they're out the door.
That's right, and probably still sued.
Yeah,
and for all kinds of other things, they're going to get sued. But like this is
think about it though.
Right?
Like think about it. Just like even your projects, like to get into the purpose-built rental game. Right? Like it's just been the old stock, like, like having these old apartments, trying to get people out of them, turning them over, rent control. It's like, it's a nasty business. Look at all the Parkdale buildings, Scarborough, Etobicoke, North. Like there's so many places that just have these huge buildings with hundreds of tenants that are just all nasty places. It's not a pretty thing for people to get into. So these developers are just like, do I really want to own this huge building? It's $20 million and it's got like a freaking 4 cap. It's like, is this really like the best use of my funds, But now they're going to have these really nice, pretty portfolios of these like beautiful, brand new purpose-built rental buildings or some rental units inside condo buildings. Like it's going to be something that I think developers are just going to be putting on their books now. It's just going to be like a normal thing. Like how many?
Some can, some can't though, right? Some can't, and there's going to be a fund that's going to come and suck them all up and
take. A lot of the guys can. A lot of the guys who build buildings are able to absorb that one way or another, right? Because when do you get paid your profit, Darryl?
You get paid your profit after the whole thing closes, and that's after everybody is moved in, right? So something has to close on that so that the condo board
you may not get as you expected.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it might be tied now into equity in those units.
That's exactly what happens, which I mean,
Yeah.
I suppose, well, so I, and now, so depending on who the developer was and where I guess they were in the cycle when they planned this thing and started building it, one of the big issues, and we've talked about it a billion times, and your
Let's do it a
uncle
billion
calls
and
them
one.
dog crate condos, is the stock, although plentiful, is undesirable at
Mm,
best, right?
mm.
We saw, I don't know if we includes you, but me, I saw videos.
I'll be a part of it.
Ron Butler mentioned the video, so I'll include him in the we,
Uncle Ron. Yep.
right? Uncle Ron saw the video. There's condos on the market now where you basically open the door from the hallway and you are in the bedroom. You need to traverse the bedroom before you get into the kitchen and the family room. And this is not the best layout, right? But this is what you get when you're trying to make a 375 square foot unit, right? With a 10-foot wide space. So you kind of stick to one window bay and you
Mm,
get 700 units in a tiny building, right?
hmm
Because this was the way, and this was the way that worked until the day it didn't work. And now it's really bad because even if you combine two of them together, they're pretty tiny, right?
mm.
And you can't do it. So that sucks, right? Or you do it and they have like too many bathrooms and too many kitchens, right?
Not gonna happen.
So
There's cycles, okay? So right now everyone's talking trash about these small units. You know, they're saying,
trash,
"Oh
they're
my gosh,
trash.
these small units! I can't believe we built so many of them. Oh my gosh." We'll just have like a cycle. Like when we think about older stock, we're like, "Yeah, wow, that building's 30 years old. It's gonna be a large unit." Right? Like that's where you're gonna find that 1,500 square foot unit, and we'll
Mm-hmm.
label it as like, oh, if you want a 1,500 square foot unit, well then you better go and look for buildings that are built in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be like, hey, you want one of those micro units? Yeah, we got to do something between 2017 and 26. Between, in that 10-year gap, we'll have a bunch of options for you to buy small units, and they'll be in those buildings. And then the next trend will move on. But there always is going to be a demand for small units. It's just right now we have too many of them, but in the future, it'll be just part of the housing supply.
Well, so but this is the issue is that
Even the
even
really
the
crazy
people
small
that
ones.
want to buy, like the inventory is not there for them, right? Because even like you said, you got people looking for a while and there just isn't the stock that they're looking
It's
for.
nothing like, and crazy. But
Well,
condos
and it's
condos
all
is
in the same
reasonable.
building. Like
Yeah,
this
well,
one
unless you're
building.
looking for that dog crap.
Well, but like if you got 40 left over or you have a bunch of
I
people
would
that
never
bought
sell a
them to
I would never tell
rent,
a client to move into one of those new buildings there with 40 units. Like you're going to be under construction still. You're going to have tenants out the yin yang. It's a
yeah, so
horrible situation to move into.
right. So who's gonna so those are gonna take a while to absorb while new stuff has to figure out its way onto the market because everybody can't just build high-end stuff,
Yeah.
right? And there's only so many guys willing to build the other stuff. And then there's only so many subsidies or ideas the government could come up with for, fucking the rest of the taxpayers in to try and spur on more construction, right?
hmm
It's like this stupid cycle.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our clips channel. Why don't you go and check out some more clips? We got lots of other good content somewhere over here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.